next time. And until then, Silver Cup Bread says... Who is the boy who is full of sickly joy? He's Rootie Kazootie. Who is the lad who makes us feel so glad? He's Rootie Kazootie.
I'm the leader of the Rootie Kazootie Club, and next time we'll be Kazootie.
So let's all hear our Rootie Kazootie. Oh, Rootie Kazootie. Bye-bye, everybody.
A little bit of footage from the show, the Rootie Kazootie Club, from 1954. The show was on from 1950 to 1954. I've looked at a few videos of the show on YouTube, and one of the things I saw is looking some stuff up on the history of the show on the internet. The show was on 5 days a week for 15 minutes, and then Saturdays for a half hour. A lot of times these children's shows would also be on Saturdays as well. I remember that with Captain Kangaroo. May have been a shorter version on Saturdays. I can't remember, but I do remember Captain Kangaroo being on Saturdays as well. I would say Captain Kangaroo is probably the only show I really remember from being a kid, as far as having puppets, having well, there was Bunny Rabbit and Mr. Moose. Those are the puppets that were on Captain Kangaroo. And show was created by Steve Carlin and featured human actors along with hand puppets. Todd Russell was a human actor on the show. You had the puppet Rootie Kazootie and Gayla Pucci Pup. They had a female puppet as well. He played his Magic Kazootie and wore his signature baseball cap with oversized bill turned up. Puppeteer Paul Ashley controlled his movements along with those of the great Mexican catador called El Squeako Mouse, a takeoff from the idea of a mouse dueling a cat rather than a bull. Kind of interesting. I didn't see that. Naomi Lewis supplied their voices. Lewis also provided the voice of Rootie's girlfriend, Polka Dottie. I was kind of left with the impression that a woman did the voice for Rootie Kazootie. And the show was on between October 14th, 1950 and May 7th, 1954. They had another man who was kind of like a slapstick type person, non-speaking policeman, Mr. Deedle Doodle. The show was performed live in front of a studio audience of school children who were also active participants. They would participate in singing the song. They would begin, "Who is a boy who is full of zip and joy? He's Rootie Kazootie." Regular feature was the Quiz of Rootie, in which audience members received prizes for themselves and home viewers for answering simple questions. First show aired locally as Rootie Tootie Club on WNBT in New York, October 14th, 1950. Since the title, character regularly used to Magical Kazoo, which he called his Mag Kazootie, the kids started calling him Rootie Kazootie. NBC began broadcasting the show nationally on July 2nd, 1951. Following the kids' lead, the names of the show and character quickly changed with the December 26th show. Dog was originally called Little Nipper, which resembled the mascot of the show's sponsor, RCA Victor, which used a dog referred to as Nipper, but it was rechristened when RCA Victor dropped its sponsorship. Other major sponsors include Coca-Cola, the Walter H. Johnson Candy Company, and the makers of Powerhouse Candy Bars. That's what I was able to find out on that show, Rootie Kazootie. on what I was showing you some footage on the show. The show was sponsored by Silver Cut Bread, which I have never heard of. I guess it was a bread that was around back then. But basically, what I was reading, what really led to the show being canceled was the popularity of the Mickey Mouse show that got started. And like I said before, the show was only 15 minutes, except a half hour on Saturdays. But I did look at I have looked at some videos of it, and I guess they came off of kinescopes that somebody acquired, and mainly Ira Gallen acquired a lot of them. I appreciate a lot of what Ira Gallen's trying to do, preserve television history. He's collected many kinescopes, films of TV shows, and getting them on the internet. He has a lot of film collections and everything, and appreciate his work. He's put together quite videos of classical commercials, and this one of these things he did was this Rootie posted this Rootie Kazootie show. And that being said, I'm looking for more ideas on shows to do in the future. Shows about preserving history, especially obscure aspects of history. That being said, like, subscribe, share. As always, thanks for watching.